Hey, what's up, people? I'm Landan with LMR.com. In this video, I'm going to be checking out 5.0 Resto's lower dash trim panel for the 1987 to 1989 Mustangs. Let's get right into it. Like several other Fox body interior components, the lower dash trim panel in 87 to 89 Mustangs is one of those areas that falls victim to mishandling and neglect over the course of the car's life. The lower dash trim panel is located directly underneath the steering column and attaches to the lower section of the dash with two screws. Well, being committed to the preservation of Fox body Mustangs, 5.0 Resto has developed this really nice lower dash trim panel kit. So taking a closer look at the panel, you will immediately notice the factory correct grain and texture. It's constructed from plastic just like the original panel, and it will also incorporate OEM dimensions and tolerances, so the fit and finish is right on the money. On the back of the panel will be pre-installed factory style metal clips, rubber anti-vibration caps, and alignment dowels. Continuing with the great attention to detail, we provide a die-cut foam pad that shares a similar durometer to the factory foam pad, but we have taken this one step further and designed it to fit the curvature of the panel, which offers a much nicer look when compared to the factory foam. Now granted, you won't see this once it's installed, but this is one of those things where you know it's there and you want it to look good even though you can't see it. This lower dash panel is molded in a neutral gray finish, and it will need to be prepped and painted to match the color of your interior. We'll show the painting process in just a little bit, but always keep in mind that depending on the age and condition of other interior components surrounding the lower dash trim panel, a 100% color match isn't a guarantee. In the box will be a lower dash trim panel, an adhesive back foam pad, pre-installed clips and rubber anti-vibration caps, and two factory style trim screws. This panel is designed to fit all 1987 to 1989 Fox Mustangs. Today we'll be working with our 1988 convertible, and some of you probably remember this car. This here is Introvert. This car needs a lot more than a lower dash trim panel, but y'all know my old saying from all the other videos. Most of our cars are a work in progress. To get started, we're going to prep and paint the new 5.0 Resto panel first. Flip the panel over and remove the two rubber anti-vibration caps and the two metal clips. You'll want to carefully maneuver the clips back and forth while pulling up to remove them from the tabs. Using some gray Scotch-Brite and warm water with a couple drops of dish soap, thoroughly scuff all areas of the panel that will be painted. Dry the panel with a clean microfiber towel. Use a second clean microfiber towel and wipe the panel with a plastic-safe prep spray to remove any remaining residues. Go ahead and dry fit the foam pad to determine the area that needs to be masked off. Use some automotive-grade masking tape and mask this area. Use a fresh, sharp razor blade and trim away the tape from the frontward area of the panel. Depending on your level of detail, trim away some more tape if desired. I chose to mimic the curvature of the foam pad. Wipe the panel again with the prep spray and the towel. Before you begin painting, make sure you're working in a well-lit and well-ventilated area. I'm going to spray the perimeter of the backside first. This is referred to as cutting in the part. I chose to use some SIM sand-free adhesion promoter and applied a medium wet coat to the outside perimeter of the panel. While the adhesion promoter is still wet, spray a light coat of paint. The adhesion promoter will draw the paint into the surface, creating excellent adhesion. Depending on the atmospheric conditions, allow the first light coat to flash for 5 to 10 minutes. After that, you can apply light coats and allow 5 to 10 minutes of flash time in between coats. Inspect the perimeter of the panel and verify all areas are covered with paint. Allow the backside to fully dry for a few hours, and then you'll carefully flip the panel over. Spray a medium wet coat of adhesion promoter on the panel, followed directly by a light coat of paint. Wait the 5 to 10 minutes between coats and paint the panel until complete coverage is achieved. I would allow the panel to fully cure for 24 hours before installing it into the car. Once it's dry, place the panel face down on a microfiber towel. Carefully remove the masking tape. Before installing the foam pad onto the panel, wipe the area that wasn't painted with your prep spray and towel. Remove the backing from the foam and then start at one corner and work your way to the other side of the panel. After that, you can firmly press down on the foam so that it properly adheres to the panel. Reinstall the rubber anti-vibration caps and the metal clips. The metal clips do have a snug fit, so don't apply too much pressure as you run the risk of breaking the tab. Also, make sure the metal clips are facing up towards the top of the panel. Now to remove the existing panel, loosen and remove the attaching hardware. Bring the panel down and away from the dash, and then set the panel aside. Go ahead and take this opportunity to clean behind the panel and the surrounding areas. Position the new panel into place and insert the metal clips into the correct locations in the dash. Align the 2 lower screw holes and loosely install the provided trim screws. You can use either a 7mm socket or a T20 Torx driver. With both screws started, run them down evenly until they're snug. Whatever you do, do not over tighten these screws. Go ahead and check over your work. After that, you're all finished. All right, folks, as always, for the most current product information, pricing, and availability on anything in the video, please reference the video description or the website. That's all we have for you today, so until we catch you in the next one, y'all know what to do for all things Fox Body Mustang. Keep it right here with the real enthusiasts, LMR.com.